Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode, well, I would say finale review of Last Boss Queen, because, well, I was surprised that Reborn as a Vending Machine was getting a second season, because I thought that was going to be it, the end of that show, which I would have been fine with, and I'm not sure if this is getting a second season, because if they say they're going to have a second season, they would announce it after the finale of the episode, like with Reborn as a Vending Machine, with Hell's Paradise and Oshinoko, right? Like after when the season finale of that episode came, then they would announce there's gonna be a follow up with a second season, right? I'm not entirely sure because I heard no announcement. Maybe by the time I upload this video, maybe I don't know, but I didn't see no announcement for a second season though. But like I said, if like with Reborn as a Vending Machine, I wasn't prepared to leave the show the way it was. Same thing here. If there's no second season, I'm prepared to leave the show the way it is with this series, with Last Boss Queen. Even despite the fact I also thoroughly enjoy this series as well. It's probably one of the best Otome / Isekai series I've seen. Isekai / Otome for Otome Isekai series games. You know, like what I said, I like this a lot. I enjoy this better than my Next Life as a Villainess, easily. Like I said, my Next Life as a Villainess was more lighthearted, you know. But here, this is more of it does have a more complex and serious stuff added to it, though. Because, yeah, with a girl who's been reincarnated as a character from a game, though. But the thing is, though, now it's reality. It's not a game anymore. It's actual reality for our character as now Pride. And so, despite the fact... of which I'll get into, but it was the finale of this was very heartwarming, and it was very funny too. Especially Val I've enjoyed as a character. He's been a very enjoyable character. A guy who started off despising the Princess Pride, you know, saying that she is evil. You know how he was forced into this obedience contract or servitude contract, whatever you say. You know, excuse me. He absolutely hated her for that. But now, by the time, you know, he helped her, when he was helping her out get those two kids back, what originally he thought, oh, they're just kids, they're brats, I don't care for them, but then he's grown that he deeply does care for them. Like we saw in the last episode, right? He really, truly does care for those two kids. And he says, oh, this family's not going to be broken up, so he admits they're going to be part of his family. And then just like you said, like I said, and then later in this episode, in a piece of dialogue, he goes and says, "My kids." So he finally gets accepted. They're going to be his kids. He'll be like the father to these kids now. Basically, like adopt them as their father, which I really like that, you know. And then he gets, and then the funny thing is that, you know, I don't know what's with the whole thing with this whole kissing the foot fetish, right? I mean, like last one, like with Gilbert, how he was thanking her for saving his fiance, right? You know, he takes her boot off and kisses her foot, right? And same thing with Gil. You know, what's this whole thing of kissing? Excuse me, I got so excited I sneezed because this is so funny. Where now Val takes her shoe off and kisses her foot, and then goes a step further, goes and licks her foot. I'm like. I mean, what is this show's fascination with kissing Pride's feet, you know? Let alone, he goes into, though, Gilbert didn't do it, though, but Val takes a step further, goes and licks her foot, and she cries out in total embarrassment. Oh my god, it's like, yeah, it has funny humor like that, but it has some heartwarming moments in it as well. But like I said, regarding about with Val's kids, right? And we see it, next time we see him in this episode, he's using his rock power to, like how he... in the last episode, how he, basically like Silver Surfer his way out of the cave with his enhanced abilities thanks to Kemen's physical contact / power improvement ability. He's now doing the same thing. He's like, they're all just Silver Surfing their way towards the kingdom on their rock thanks to Kemen's ability enhancer. And now, like, say, because of that, they can travel much faster than usual, you know, like, it takes about a few days or whatever, but they're here within, like, 2 hours, you know. And And then they said the Pride's is gonna set up a school. Also, he was glad for it. They could have his two kids to attend the school, and they're now part of the royal family as was it not executives but exclusives, I think. And Val's very grateful. Then he starts kissing her foot, then licking her foot, and then everyone, like Stale, Arthur, Tiara, they're all just like in shock and embarrassing, and especially Pride, they're like, oh. And then there was just Pride's face, you're like, so yeah, but that was very funny. And then next time we see with Val, and the two kids, they're wearing now they're wearing proper clothes now, clean, proper clothes, and like Val wears like a kind of like what I'm wearing, but except there's no split down here, so we can see his 6-pack, right? But it goes to show that Val, like I said, came from hating the princess into overall loving the princess, grateful for her, for what she did. Even when he was falling to it, he was followed to as apparent death, right? And she catches him saying, "You're my subject," right? He goes and really shows he does really go from hate to loving the princess. Not love though, but just as a person now. Excuse me, clear my throat here. And then the whole thing with Arthur and Stale, how they're first Arthur is getting his having a little mock battle with Gil. If you land and hit on me, I'll show you that technique, which was like a palm strike, which can knock a person out without hurting them, right? And so eventually Stale gets in on the act, because I think these two are acting like brothers now, right? Not by blood though, but just like brothers. If you get what I mean, right? And so because they all both want to protect their family, like not only with Tiara, but mostly protect Pride, right? So they both get on the action. Stale jumps in and starts fighting with Gil as well together, a tag team against him, and then Val gives him some nice words, talking with Pride again, and then Pride, gives them encouraging words for both Stale and Arthur, and like they were both like amazed to hear them, like they're both almost embarrassed to hear they get encouraging words from her, and then they've actually I forgot who it was, they actually did that technique on one another, but not on Gil, but actually hitting one of them. Of each other with a technique. That was funny too. And so, but they both, Arthur and Stella, want to protect their family. They want to protect Pride the most, And it's like they're all like they're all both clearly like falling in love with her, I mean, it's like a reverse harem, right? With the guys now with the one girl, right? And it's kind of getting like that, right? But although they don't resolve it, although sadly they don't resolve with the any of the last episode with the bombings with those guys in the balloon in the invisible balloon bombing them, right? So that's like get resolved. But I think this is like a kind of like a political assassination, which of course that's part of the thing with with Pride now being this last boss queen, right? So there was kind of like a political maybe. There's gonna be like political assassinations attempts. So, we're not gonna know who they are. But but overall at the end, I really enjoyed this. And then after you get like 30 seconds after the end credits, it is now reflected that she's done a lot of good in this world. Building a lot of good connections between other peoples and stuff, right? But the thing is though. Even despite all that, though, there's still a danger because she is the last boss queen, right? She is still like the evil princess that will destroy the kingdom, right? So even though she says she still has time, though, but she has to keep an eye out for herself for the future. Even despite she's done all she can to win the hearts of people, doing a lot of good to the people and connections and good stuff, So even though she's done all that stuff, though, but it's still the danger of her of becoming this evil queen, right? So, even though she says I still have time though, but the danger of that idea is still of that what's going to happen in the future is still there though. So I like how she takes the last shot of her was reflecting on that though. So, but overall, I still really love this series. It's been really for as far as a Otome game isekai. I really enjoy this. I think it's one of the best ones I've seen. Yeah, I definitely like this. I definitely like this a lot better than My Next Life as a Villainess. I'm like, because there really wasn't in that Next Life as a Villainess. There really wasn't no overall danger. Well, except in the finale of the first season, because I've not seen the second season. And I know there's a movie of it though, but I'm referring to the first season because I never saw the second season. So I know on that though. But I'm referring to the ending of the first season. The only potential danger was with that guy who took Mary, and the only thing that happened with Katarina was she was only put into a coma spell, right, and that was it. There wasn't overall nothing really life threatening, Unlike in this one, because here is dealing with the real reality of her being this evil queen that's going to destroy this whole country and kill a bunch of people just basically for the shits and giggles, So, and I like how the fact, even though she's touched on the good of all her characters, like with Stale, what he did for him and his mom, and then with Arthur encouraging to be the next best knight, and with Val, resolving his stuff with the kids and Gil with his fiance. She's done a whole lot of good, even though in alternate versions she's downright an evil bitch, in the original versions of her. But here she's done a whole lot of good and won the hearts of everybody, But like I said, she still has to watch out for the future of herself, because that's the real danger. That's the reality of it now. So, but overall, if there's no second season, I'm fine the way it is. So I'll put until until I hear officially from a second season is coming out, I'll put this as a finale. If I hear it, I'll just change it to just episode review. Not finale. Until then, I'll put it as a finale. I really enjoyed Last Boss Queen. It was a very fun series. I thoroughly enjoyed it from the characters a lot. Especially Val, especially. He's been a favorite character of mine. I put on from the show. But Pride herself, she's been a really great character, and along with Stale, Arthur, Tiara, Gil, and just it was a really fun series for an Otome / Isekai series. It's definitely one of the better ones I've seen. But yeah, that's the Last Boss Queen. Thoroughly enjoy this series. I recommend people to check out Last Boss Queen. 10 out of 10 series. But like I said, as of right now, it's a finale. I'll put it as finale in the title. And if until you hear a second season that's coming out, I'll change it to just a review though. But until then. The finale of Last Boss Queen was very enjoyable. I loved it. Thumbs up for this show. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time. Later.